Alright, so boom. Mark and Conquest start to fight with a little clash, right? And niggas and bitches start dying left and right. Like, I swear to God, these niggas can't catch a break. It was just, like, the Invincible War just happened, and now niggas are dying to this shit. Like, bro, 20k niggas just died from that clash alone. So, they have a little grab clash, like it's sparking zero. And Mark's using all his might, and Conquest not even breaking a fucking sweat. He starts getting pushed back, and Conquest, I swear to God, headbutts that nigga. Grabs that nigga by the whole neck and slams that nigga to the ground. Now, Conquest starts telling Mark, and this should be telling him, that Earth will be a utopia if they join the Viltrum Empire. But the thing is, Conquest is here to box. He's not here to talk. So Conquest puts his hands on Mark's shoulder and he's like, get off me, nigga. And Conquest starts getting horny. It's like, atta boy, that's a start. So Mark immediately gets on that nigga ass, tackles that nigga through hella buildings like it's Man of Steel, and the smoke eventually clears. Conquest punches the rubble out of the way. Then he proceeds to pick up Mark like he's a baby and then put his hands on his goddamn neck. Like, there's no need to do that, you freaky ass nigga. Then he goes, give me more. And Mark's like, I'm not giving you any more, nigga. Boop, boop. Kicks that nigga away, and then Conquest stops in his tracks. And then he also goes, very good. Like, what the fuck you mean, very good, nigga? Stop being weird. And then Mark's like, oh, we just getting warmed up. Gets back on that nigga ass, punches him, and now he starts giving him combos. And then boop, and then boop. Chin checks his ass, he goes flying, and now tackles his ass into the fucking orbit, drags him, knees him, and then flies up into space, bro. And I gotta give Mark props. He be coming up with some creative ass shit. Builds up the boost meter, gets back in that nigga ass, and then decks his ass in the face, bro. Like, Mark really be coming up with some nice shit, low key. So they eventually get into orbit, and then they have a little stare down, right? And now he gotta show his love for the game. He love the game. He love doing this shit.
A nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. I be feeling like one of them ball playing niggas, you know, like Bird, Magic or something.
So Mark's like, hey, yo. And Conquest shows the love, destroys the love, looks at that nigga, smiles, and sets that nigga back down to earth. And now Mark starts fighting for his fucking existence, while Conquest ain't giving this nigga a chance to breathe. And then Mark comes up with the greatest idea. Oh shit, I got a knee. Boop, right in the gut. Conquest is like, ah. So then eventually, Mark pulls up on him and say, hey, you think it's gonna go your way? Conquest is like, damn near certain. This nigga's serious. He ain't playing no games. So Conquest rushes his ass and punches the dog shit out of Mark. And that nigga goes tumbling down to the ground. And while all this is happening, Debbie, Paul, and Oliver are all watching this shit on the news. And Oliver's like, hey man, my nigga's in trouble. Like, hey, I gotta give this nigga props. He always down to slide for bro. I gotta give this nigga respect. Debbie's like, hey, wait. Oliver's like, nigga. Debbie's like, hey, don't get caught. Keep your guard up. If he catches you, you're probably cooked. And he's like, hey, watch me, nigga. I got this shit. And rushes off to save his big bro. So now we cut to Mark on the ground, like, trying to piece himself together. Like, hey, this nigga's strong. This nigga's too strong. And then he's like, oh shit, an earthquake? Wait a minute. That ain't an earthquake. It's him. But guess who's pulling up? That nigga Lil O see the shit that's going on. He's like, oh nah, let me help my big bro. Mark gets yeeted into the fucking sky while Conquest is in hot pursuit. Mark is looking around like, oh nah, where he go? Where he go? Conquest like, behind you, nigga. And Mark starts seeing clouds. Oliver's trying to catch up, but these two are way too fucking fast for his low ass. And man, I feel so bad for Mark, bro. Like, he's just seeing fucking glass and bricks. That's all he's seen at this point, bro. So he slams down to the fucking ground and hits a fucking truck. Like, bro, it's not that deep. But the hair, though, let's look at that shit. Yes. So Conquest ain't done with his ass. Mark's trying to yield, and Conquest is like, Mark's like, chill, nigga. Nigga stops dead in his tracks with all the shrapnel going into his face, and Mark's like, yo, just listen. Grabs him by the head and is like, are you crazy, nigga? Slams that nigga to the fucking ground like, y'all could've just talked. There's no need for that. Then that nigga Quest starts going, hey, don't give up. Don't do that. You can do this. And starts caressing his cheek like, bro, like, this nigga really loved the game, bro. Like, he don't care. And he starts going, hey, you just need the right motivation. And Mark's like, no. Puts his hands on his face, and Conquest puts his hand down like, you diddy ass nigga. So just when he's about to give him the Viltrum, guess who pulls up? Conquest grabs him up like a fucking lamb for slaughter, and then Mark clutches up and kicks the dog shit out of his ass, but Conquest ain't even fucking phased. Nigga gets up like it ain't nothing, and then he turns around charging up the boost meter, and Mark's like, hey man, get the fucking out of here, bro, you ain't built for this shit. And Conquest is pissed off. That nigga charges at these niggas, bro, and Mark's like, hey, get the fuck on out of here. And then he goes through hella cars and buildings again, and all the civilians are like, what the fuck? And then gets scraped across the ground like he's a piece of gum, and then gets yeeted across the fucking block right in his back. But then he gets out the way and then hits this nigga Conquest with the meanest headbutt that replaced 3 different times like it's an anime. Like, yo, Mark be coming up with some nice shit, bro, low key. So then Conquest is like, you get in there. But Mark ain't done. He gives this nigga the meanest UFC combo like he's been training for 20 years. And now Conquest, I don't know what Conquest tried to do. He tried to pick up a rock and hit him with it. I don't know. But Mark grabs him and then hits him with the us. That nigga ain't done. He grabs it. Conquest grabs his ass, and now he gets up slowly, and goes, hey man, if that's really all you got, this ain't gonna end well for you, little nigga. And it's really not. Again, it's not gonna go well for this nigga at all. So Mark gets in that nigga ass, and Conquest gives this nigga the meanest hyperextension on the man, and then slams that nigga to a fucking glass building, and scrapes his ass along the side, and then slams him into another building, pops out the building, and now he just slams that nigga down to the ground like he's fucking Broly from Dragon Ball Z. And then he picks that nigga up by the arm again, and it's like, yo, this shit is way too fucking easy. Then why did they send me to this worthless ass planet, you know what I'm saying? And then he throws that nigga across the map again, and he's like, yo, this shit is fun, but easy. And then uses that nigga as a surfboard, this disrespectful ass nigga. And eventually they crash into a bus, and then Mark gets grabbed by the head, and Conquest goes, I wish I could have seen the look in your father's face when I whip your ass. And then he's about to hit him with the Ooper Scoop, and Oliver comes in and clutches the fuck up. Yo, get you a homie like Oliver, bro. He always down to slob for you no matter what. And then Conquest is like, not even phased. Bitch ass nigga. Then he helps his brother up, and then Mark tells him to get out of here because he's gonna get hurt. And then Conquest don't give a fuck. He's like, bro, relax, while focus on the boy. Steps to Mark, slaps the shit out of him, turns to Oliver like, you're next. Boom, punches the lights out of him. That nigga go flying in the bricks. And Oliver gets up and is like, oh shit, this nigga's strong. Starts throwing up blood and teeth. This nigga don't care. He gets grabbed and starts getting stretched out. A 9-year-old boy is getting stretched out. This nigga don't give a fuck. Mark pushes the rubble off of his ass. He's like, oh, nah. Bolts towards Conquest and tackles the shit out of him, and Oliver falls on his back. While Conquest is like, oh, you're faster than I thought, and stops in his tracks. This motherfucker is a savage, bro. And he grabs Mark by the head and punches the shit out of his chest. But Mark ain't no bitch. He's like, oh, word? Boom. Punches the shit out of him, and he's, bro, they going man for man. Caesar and the medic team pull up and say, hey, grab his ass. Caesar seeing this shit in the back, he's like, oh my god. So now we gotta cut to Mark bitch ass getting ragdolled and skipped along the water like he's a fucking pebble. And then Conquest is in hot pursuit on his ass, and now he's like, hey, look behind you, nigga, and dashes on his ass, right? Drowns him for a little bit, and then picks him up like he's in a fucking Titanic. This shit is embarrassing. And now he about to get the Army Man Special 2.0. Cut to mad niggas on the beach, and then boom, just death, bro. Like you can't. Look at him. Yo, look, you saw that one nigga, bro, who just smiles, just accepted his death, like, there's another day. And now he gets put in the air, right? And Mark's like, alright, bro, I had enough of this shit. Turns around, boom his ass in the coolest way. And then guess who shows up? My Snow Bunny Eve. And that's it. That's the end of part 1. I gotta break this up into parts, y'all, cause I'm scared my PC's not gonna handle the whole 20 minutes, so I gotta break the shit up. And yeah, that's it, y'all. That's it. That's the end of the video. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe, and I'ma see y'all niggas in the next video. Love you.